If you have not read Children of Blood and Bone, I can't pronounce the author's name and I refuse to butcher it. You need to read this book. This book is incredible. Now, in complete honesty, going through it, it took me about 170 pages to really get into it. About 170 pages, that's when the action starts to happen. But keep in mind, those 170 pages are very necessary in order for you to understand the world and the backstory and how the magic works. I, I almost DNF'd it. I almost did, but I'm so glad I didn't. If you did happen to DNF this book before 170 pages, go back because that was a huge mistake and you definitely need to read it. I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to tell you that by the end of this book, I felt every human emotion possible. I laughed. I cried. I felt anger. Every human emotion possible. By the end of this book, I was actually hugging the book to my chest and crying for like a good 5 to 10 minutes, processing everything that had happened. This book is incredible, absolutely incredible. I definitely give it 5 stars. I loved it so much that as soon as I finished my little cry session, I logged onto my library app and I was so lucky. I actually got the next 2 books. So I do have the next 2 books in the series. I am going to finish this within the next few days. These books are not as long as the first one, so I think it might take me maybe 2 days for this book. Depending on how much time I have, maybe a day and a half for this one. So maybe like 4 days total, I'm going to finish this series. I had to have it. I had to know what happened next. It ends on a cliffhanger, but the ending is so satisfying. So if you have not read these, I highly recommend that you go to your local library or you go find them in a bookstore. These are a must read. So I can't rate these 2 yet because I haven't read them, but the first one, definitely 5 stars.